This is something new we've started here at Burntchurch. So if you want on the map here, just leave it in the comment and we'll put a push pin in for you. Just whatever area of the world that you live in, just leave it in the comment. This is just to see how far out in the world that Burntchurch is reaching. Hello everybody, welcome back to Burntchurch. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's a lot cooler here. I think fall has finally settled here in West Tennessee. Well, it's finally come. We're getting ready to put our electroculture cabbage out into the garden. I'm going to bring you along with me here. We'll go out here and fix a spot in the garden, and then I'll show you what we look like. There's a little bit of differences in some of them, so stick around. You may be surprised how this has turned out. Our clover's coming up pretty good. Any of y'all that hadn't seen that video, go check it out. It's an electroculture challenge and crimson clover challenge is the name of the video. I think right through here is where we're going to do our cabbage at. Right down along here and right down beside where the cucumbers used to be. You see those bell pepper plants right there? They've got an electroculture next to them. And these has an electroculture in between them right here. Now look at the size difference. These with the electroculture are a lot taller. We've got a couple of peppers, looks like ready maybe to pick here now. Now I have no idea if the electroculture is the reason that these two plants are bigger than these two plants. This here is a different variety. I kind of think they're the same variety as these, but I'm not positive. We'll put some fuel in the tiller and till this spot up and get it ready for the cabbage. The tiller hadn't been started probably in a month and a half, I guess, something like that. I got to get me a little shed built to set them under in the winter time. I usually just leave them sitting out in the weather, but I hate doing that. These Honda motors, they're pretty tough. If you're in the market for a motor, I would recommend the Honda motor. I've had real good luck. I've got two of them, and both of them are real old, and both of them runs real good. Now I broke the crank cord off this one. You have to wrap the cord around it. Right here's what it looks like after we've got it worked up. Now I'm not concerned a whole lot about all this matter here. That'll get rotted back into the soil over the winter. That should help make the soil a little bit better. I may take a rake and kind of smooth it up some before we start planting our cabbage. I'm shocked at these results. This is the one without any electroculture. Here's the one with the wooden stick with the electroculture. If you hadn't followed us along, we started all these the exact same day. Here's the one with the big coil electroculture, our heaviest coil that we had. And you can see it looks like a lot of those are bigger leaves and bigger stems than these other ones. Now the one with no electroculture has done pretty good. It's got some pretty good sized leaves on it. Here is the one with just the normal electroculture coil right here. And in my opinion, it has done a lot better. Look at the size of the stalks on some of those cabbages there. Now this one's pretty good also. But this one right here with just the normal electroculture coil, coiled in the clockwise direction, seems to have done better. Now this one has done pretty well also. It's the same thing, it's just a bigger coil. The one with the stick on it don't seem to have done as well as the one without anything. That's my opinion. Y'all can see them right here to make your own decision. But to me, this one and this one has done the best so far. Well, we're going to put them in the soil here now. And like I said before, we're going to let these grow with this electroculture coil, and them grow with that, and them grow with their stick. And then we're going to have the control over here that has nothing. So right here's the way we're doing this. And I know a lot of you don't agree with it, but we've got a little bitty handful of fertilizer in every one of these holes. We're going to do 3 plants at each spot. They all got about the same amount of fertilizer. The way we're going to do this is mix the fertilizer up in the hole down here at each spot. We've got our fertilizer mixed in here now. We're going to start right here. I think we'll do the big coil. We're going to have one plant here, here, and here. That's as close as I can get it to all 3 of them. Now these cabbages, you can't put them real close together. I would like to have them closer, but I think we'll be able to tell this way right here. If we get them too close, they're not going to have room to grow and develop a head. We've got them in the ground here now, and we're putting the coil on the south side. That's the south side of these plants. And I'm hoping that it'll reach from there to here. This is the 3 with the big coil. Starting right here is our 3 without any electroculture, the one that we're calling our control. Right here is our regular electroculture. You can see it right there. I've got it on the south side of the plants, and we're hoping that it'll reach from here to right there. That's about 18 to 20 inches each way from the coil. The coil's right in the center. And then here's our last one. The electroculture wrapped around that walnut stick. We've got our plant here, here, and right here. And it's the same way. It's about 18 to 20 inches each way from the electroculture coil. Now, I've never seen this on YouTube, not from start to finish. And that's what we're going to try to do here. We've started these seeds with the electroculture. They've grown in the pots with it, and now they're growing in the soil with it. Now, I've never seen this done. There may be some videos that I haven't seen, but we're going to try our best to keep up with these until we get to cabbage head and see if there's any difference. Well, I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, them cabbage says that they're an Abe Lincoln tomato in 2022. Them's old. That side had the writing on it, but you can't hardly see it. We started these 8/31/23. Now, they've been in these containers a little longer than I wanted to leave them. If you've been keeping up with our videos, we went on a trip, and that kind of put me behind a week. I would like to have had this done a week ago, but life got in the way. But we're doing it now, so if you hadn't subscribed, click the subscribe button, follow us along. We'll see if this electroculture does anything for these cabbage.